today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lisa Nicolaisen, and I'm the new program coordinator with the Office of Sustainability. I've been with Princeton for about 2 years now, but I'm new to the Office of Sustainability. And I've been learning about what we do and all the different environmental initiatives on campus. And in learning about what Princeton's currently doing, I thought it would be a great opportunity for us to meet and discuss some potential opportunities to partner together to create some volunteer programs for environmental education. So I just have a few brief things to talk to you about. The first is the current lack of environmental education in schools today. The second is the resources that are available here at Princeton that we could tap into to create these volunteer programs for students. And the third is the benefits of environmental education. Why is this important? Why should we create these programs? And finally, we can discuss next steps for us getting together to create these programs. So before I begin, I want to introduce you to my friend Brian here. Oh, cut off this. All right. Well, you can kind of see in this picture, but Brian here is holding a worm in his hand, and he recently came to visit the Princeton Garden Project here at Princeton University. He came with 9 other students from the New Grange School, which is a school for children with learning disabilities. And you can't tell from looking at this picture, but Brian here is a child with ADHD and dyslexia. And Brian and all of his classmates had a really great time visiting the garden. They had a lot of activities planned for them. The students that work at the garden had them planting marigolds. You can see here he's kind of interrupted by planting marigolds because he found this awesome worm. They dug out potatoes, and they had a really great time. And this was Brian's first visit to a garden. And this is not unusual. A lot of kids today have never seen a garden before. They might not garden at home. Environmental education in schools today is a little lax. They don't get that hands-on experience that they really should. And it's unfortunate because environmental education is really beneficial to children. There's been a lot of studies done on it, and here's just one. It was the effects of outdoor education on children, and you can see here 27% increase, mastery of science concepts, cooperation, self-esteem. So it's not just educational, it's beneficial for their well-being. And this is really important, and that's why I brought this to your attention today, because you currently don't have any programs that are feature exclusively environmental education. And currently, a lot of the schools in our area lack environmental education because they don't have the funding, they don't have the resources, and they don't really consider it part of mainstream education. They don't consider it important. And this is a real shame because it is really a true benefit to children. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And because they're not getting this education in schools, they're lacking basic knowledge about the world around them. A lot of children and then adults grow up not knowing these basic concepts. And when I read this quote from a study about environmental literacy in America, that 2/3 of the public fail even a basic environmental quiz, I thought, well, we should take a really short 3-question quiz, right now to see how well you do. So you can take it in your head, we're just going to go through them, or you can write it down and see how well you do. So the first question is, what does it mean for a plant to be native? So you can see your options here. Does everyone think they know the answer? Okay, the answer is B. It naturally belongs in the place where it's growing. Okay, second question is a true-false question. Earthworms are harmful to gardens because they eat the roots of popular garden plants. Okay, cool. You got the answer? False? Good. Everyone got that right? So earthworms are actually really important because they enrich the soil and that helps plants become healthy and strong. Our third question is about pollination. So what kind of bugs help with the process of pollination? All the above? That's correct. So you all did pretty well on this. Well, all the students that came to the garden that day with Brian, they would have been able to correctly answer all of these questions just from their visit that day. So you can see environmental education is really important. And you might be wondering, well, how can we, the PACE Center, provide these programs? Well, we have a lot of resources here on campus. We have the Princeton Environmental Institute. We have a lot of students here getting their certificate in environmental studies. We have students, 80% of freshmen before they come to Princeton are involved in outdoor action, which I'm sure you already know about. It's the outdoor learning experience. They go camping, they learn about environmental skills. Our office supports a lot of these programs as well as the Green student groups here on campus, and we would be a great partner to create these volunteer programs through your office. And one of the student groups in particular that I already mentioned is the Princeton Garden Project. Now this is run exclusively by students. It's an experimental organic garden. It's a wonderful learning space. We've had a couple interns this summer, one of which is going to be a senior this year, Lizzie. She gave me this wonderful quote about how she felt the garden would be a great resource for educational programs. She said the kids had a really good time at their visit. They were excited about all the activities that they got to do, and the hands-on experience was really great for the kids. So this brings up some possible volunteer program ideas for us, what kind of ideas we could do. We could bring students from local schools to the garden. We have guided nature hikes. There's a lot of great things in this area. We have farmers markets and lots of local things that can really bring more of a hands-on environmental education to a lot of kids in the area. Bringing us back to the garden, this is Lizzie, with one of the students, Brian, again. They're digging potatoes. And they were really engaged in this activity, and you could see the benefits of the hands-on experience just there while you were watching them dig up the potatoes. And their science teacher from the school actually sent us a thank you letter, and she said when the students returned to the school how excited and engaged they were in learning new science concepts, how much they wanted to return to the garden again, and even start a garden at their school. From my own personal experience working with students abroad in Ghana, I found that teaching hands-on experiences with the environment was really significant to helping them learn. And instead of just teaching them a concept like soil erosion, we actually planted grass to prevent soil erosion around the community. And the students were really engaged in this because they were helping their community and learning about soil erosion and how to prevent it at the same time. So that was really exciting for them because it was more than just reading out of a book. And here's some more statistics. There's actually tons of studies done on environmental education, on how it benefits children's health, how it benefits their well-being, their behavior. You can see here fosters cooperative learning and civic responsibility. School achievement is always mentioned, but a lot of it's behavior-based as well. And the third one I found significantly interesting. There's been a lot of studies done on children with ADHD and how they deal better when they're outside or learning about things outdoors. And I definitely saw that when the kids came to the garden. They were all focused, they were all engaged, they were digging the tapes up like machines, so it really comes across. And here's just some more keywords from a lot of studies. These are all the benefits of environmental education, why it's so important. So finally, some next steps. I think that this is a great opportunity for us and for you to partner together. I think Princeton students are already really engaged in environmental education here on campus, and I think they could share their knowledge with the local schools. I think our office could even provide some financial funding for these programs. And I think that we should meet again with some students who would be interested in creating these programs and engaging in them. And I think together we can build environmentally conscious students in local schools.